Also, because I don't have the fancy background right now, I want to give a special shout out to our Community Week sponsor, ClassLink. Really great partners of ours, especially with our education plans. So just being super thankful for ClassLink and their efforts this week. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I know our first guest is here and ready to get started. So I'm going to invite Sheila up to the stage. How's it going?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. What time is it there where you are?
Where I am, it is afternoon, so 2 o'clock.
Nice.
How about you?
It's also noon, so it's 12 o'clock.
Well, good. Well, thank you for joining us today. We are really excited to see, and I believe you're going to share how to craft a perfect professional portfolio.
Yes. I'm going to share some thoughts about how to use Wakelet in order to showcase, or depending on the purpose of your work, and to create a personalized portfolio. So
Well,
we'll see
perfect.
how it works.
Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull your screen up, and the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Brian, and thank you, Wakelet, for this opportunity to be on stage today. Thank you, everybody. Um, Please write in your comments where you're coming from, New Jersey. Thank you from Ukraine. Okay, nice. So as I said, and as I explained, so it will depend on what is the purpose of your portfolio. So first of all, we need to set that up. If it is going to be a reflection of the school year, if it is going to be to showcase your work for a job request, for example. So all that depends on what you're going to be sharing it for. Then we need to plan for the portfolio sections. For example, in my case, I'm going to use the teaching framework by Charlotte Danielson, which is divided into 4 domains in order to show up what the evidence of the work that I do. And you can divide also the sections into skills or content areas, for example. Then we need to think of the evidence that we're going to share with all the people. What kind of materials we have ready according to the purpose of the portfolio and the divisions that we're going to share with. And make sure that you include at least 3 pieces of evidence that can for sure showcase what your work is. And then we need to create a nice design. Remember that using Wakelet, we can personalize our designs. We can use Canva. We can look for pictures in different libraries. And also, and now this is something that I really like, is that we can start using AI, generative AI, in order to generate our own images. And you just have to write something nice and it will generate immediately. Then we need to share the portfolio, invite people to visit your portfolio, and wait for the feedback that they might give you. And remember that Wakelet is really great to do that. So, for example, I already have here my collection. So this is my portfolio. As I was telling you, I'm going to use the Charlotte Danielson framework. If you don't know what this is all about, here I have some. We we created this assistant in order to help teachers understand what is this framework, and it is called DLT Expert. So over here we can ask questions like, for example, what are the four domains of the teaching framework? And this is real time. So let's see what the DLT expert says. So it says that the 4 domains are divided into planning and preparation, classroom environment, pertains to creating a positive and productive learning environment for students, instruction, and then professional responsibilities. So I need to include these 4 domains in my portfolio and to start looking for that evidence that will help me show that that each domain is already nailed. So here I have my first domain already created. So for this, I used my friend Canva in order to create this nice header. And over here, I will start including my evidence. Remember that with Wakelet, we can share any kind of link, web links, PDFs, even from your Google Drive, you can look for your files and just embed them over here. And something nice, something that I really like is that we can edit this each of the cards. So let's generate an image for sustainability, which is my first topic here. I teach an exploratory course on sustainability, so that is what I'm going to be sharing today. Sustainability. And let's keep just, okay, so that is the image that I'm going to place here. And of course, I need to add a description that can tell the people why I'm choosing this piece of evidence into my portfolio. So this is a tool that helps students connect the sustainability concepts with the SDGs. And you know what? Something important is that you don't have to click save in any side of the resource that you're including. You just have to click here, and now it looks nicer, isn't it? You see how we can start building our own portfolios. Then it says here, according to my DLT expert, that the domain number 2 is the classroom environment. So let's create that header here with Canva, of course. And it will show you the most recent designs that we used. So we're going to use the same one. So let's see domain 2. And here is classroom environment. Of course, we need to change the size over here. Remember that something nice about this is that it already has the perfect size, so it can be embedded into our collections. And also something important here is that I didn't have to go out of Wakelet in order to use this app here.
Sheila, we can still see the DLT expert and not the Wakelet.
Yeah, okay. Let me see. Here. Thank you, Ryan. So here's domain 2, look. And now I just grab with the little hand and I move it down. And over here, what I need to include is pictures or it can be, for example, the routines that I use in my class in order to show how the environment of the classroom is going on, how I handle materials, how the kids show respect, for example, in my classroom. So I can embed some pictures or some other works that they have done all together, and also to describe collaboration. So after that, what I would like to share is that we can create, and this is something that has helped me a lot in my position, because at the beginning of the school year, we start with so many goals and illusions and hopes. So, for example, this is from the middle school teachers. We created this end of the year reflection based on the 4 domains. So teachers had to look at them. All our observation tools are based on these 4 domains. So the teachers could sit down and really reflect on what the school year has been. And there are some questions that they had to answer. After they answer this, we share with them a space where they all created their own portfolios. So this is what I'm sharing today with you as well. that we can create these spaces here, and all teachers can bring here their portfolios and show what they have done during the school year, as long as the reflection as well. So let's take a look at this one, which is from our social studies teacher in grade 7. So he made his own template for the domains. He included the introduction presentation for the school year, the first marking period unit, the planning, because that is what domain 1 refers to. Domain 2 refers to learning environment. So he is sharing with us also that he set up these goals and norms in the classroom. And if we click here, then it will take us to these nice resources. Domain 3 referred to learning experiences. And that is how the students have been applying all knowledge into their lessons and or products. So this is how he has been working with this. For example, he made these round robin questions, the French and Indian word. He included the questions that he told the kids to answer, and also the instructions. Here we can see how he structured this lesson, and also the final reflection survey for the second semester. This is important here because, when we deliver instruction, we don't know if the kids are really getting the material and getting the heads of it. So having final reflection surveys is important. So that is part of domain 3, learning experiences. So students can reflect about that. And the domain number 4 is professional responsibilities. And over here, you can include samples of your communication with parents, the notebook, grades, your professional development opportunities, diplomas, and how you have implemented these concepts into your daily activities. So this is my friend Javier Aguirre's portfolio. And if we go back to the space, we can see that this space also has different categories according to the subject area. You see idioma español, electives, English, mathematics, science, and social studies. So all teachers have placed their own portfolios into their categories. So you see, so how many, that's a nice question from Wakelet. How many of you are using Wakelet for this professional side of it? Okay. So it's important to set up the purpose, as I said at the beginning. These portfolios here are for us to go back and write a reflection on our own purposes, on our school year objectives. Now, look, I would like to share with you, this is the portfolios collections from the kids, the teachers of the little ones. You can see the difference, how they have personalized their portfolios as well. These are kindergarten teachers, and they really look very different from the middle school portfolios. And here we divided the categories according to their grade level: kinder, pre-K, toddlers, preschool. And there's one without category. Look. Something important to say is that only the owner of the space can create these categories, and we can move the collections into the categories. So I would like to share one of them with you. Let's see. This one from Alejandra. She is the kindergarten teacher. So she made a reflection about each domain. And she included also pictures, working in centers, phonics and mathematics. And in planning and preparation, she also explained about the learning guide that she prepared for that week. And then how she prepared the phonics centers. In domain 2, the learning environment, she wrote about how she promotes routines and habits into her classroom. This is the classroom screen app that she uses for the kids to know what to do in the early morning session. And here are more pictures about the kids following routines. Learning experiences is when the kids really apply knowledge. And in the professional responsibilities, she wrote also reflection on all the PD opportunities that she has participated on. So as you can see with these examples, we can notice that every teacher or every professional can set up their portfolio according to their needs, according to the purpose, and using all the resources that Wakelet is ready to share with us. All right, and in this collection, so going back to the infographic. So we go back again here. Remember to set up the purpose, plan for the portfolio sections, and look for the evidence that you're going to be sharing with all people in your portfolio. Ryan, I don't know if there are questions on the chat box.
No questions yet, but you did an amazing job. I thought it was brilliant how, and it still floors me every time to see this, but the AI image generator inside of Wakelet, right? Super cool, so unique.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to it myself, but how easy is it to edit and tweak those PDF images?
Exactly, and you just have to write and be clear on what you ask, of course, to write the right prompt so you can get the image that is needed for your portfolio.
Yeah, and I'm a huge proponent of portfolios. So I thought you did a great job of outlining that. I love your graphic, and I did put in the chat a little quote from John Dewey. We do not learn from experience; we learn from reflecting on experience. And I think it's just important to think back of all those classrooms and all those teaching experiences and all the things that we've ever drawn from as educators. That's always what shapes us in the years to come. Still.
Yes, and when I finish these workshops with the teachers, because they do not only reflect on the school year, but they also learn how to use Wakelet. And I asked them, now, how would you use this with your students? And the high school and the middle school teachers were saying things like, yeah, now we can ask them to create their own portfolios using our graduate profile, for example. But the little one said, Sheila, we can use these collections in order to share with parents all the links that we would need them to explore beforehand. So, for example, we can have the link to CISO, to different resources that are needed in our classes. So I think that all grade levels can take advantage of Wakelet and create their own collections.
Absolutely. Sheila, thank you for your time today. That session was impressive, and I know the chat loved it as well. Sheila's resources and materials will be part of that collection later on. So
Yeah.
thank you, Sheila.
Thank you, Ryan. Bye-bye.